Pay attention. Creepy weirdo.
I would like a strong, powerful woman to protect me.
He'll fight for America.
Yeah, Poopy Square. The Playable Characters Podcast.
Hey!
Hey, everybody!
Welcome to
Playable
Characters.
Podcast.
You are Brian McGinnis, aren't you?
And you are?
Calvin S. Cato. Hey, by the way, you're wearing a More Banana podcast shirt.
I am. I got it from the Kickstarter. This wasn't planned. It sounds like a commercial, but it's not.
It's really not.
I am wearing my More Banana Podcast t-shirt.
Yes.
Go to morebanana.com. Check out their shows.
Yes, including Welcome to My Vagina, I'm Listening, a Frasier podcast, and more.
That is not all one thing.
It's not.
Welcome to My Vagina is not the Frasier podcast.
Although, wouldn't that be amazing?
The way you said it sounded like that's the Frasier podcast called Welcome to My Vagina. Called I'm Listening.
Which is weird. I've actually been watching all of Frasier, like, from the beginning on Netflix. And it is pretty much a lot of it's Welcome to My Vagina.
Really?
It's a lot of blind and first
Not
dates.
a Frasier guy. I should watch more.
You're not.
I've seen, my parents used to watch it.
It's funny. It's very highbrow. And there are a lot of deep references.
Right. That's why I didn't like it. I wanted poop and farts back then.
I know. It's no South Park, but
which nailed their 80th season this year.
Dude,
Dude, it was hysterical.
I have
absolutely
South Park
hysterical.
in years. I keep hearing it's good.
So good. This is level 140 of Playable Characters Podcast, by the way.
Yes, it is.
Check us out on Instagram and Twitter at Playable Podcast. Please, you people are the best. Patreon.com/Playable Podcast. If you want to give us a few bucks, that'd be great. Anything else you want to plug, my friend, before we get to our amazing guest here?
You know what? No, let's just jump right on in.
Dude, let's jump in.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Our guest today, I feel dumb. Like we've had a few doctors and scientists. This guy seems like the top.
Yeah.
From one of the most popular NES games back in the day, Bionic Commando. We have the inventor. We're going to talk more about him, but the guy who I think invented the bionic arm. How are you, sir?
Yes.
I'm fantastic. How are you guys doing?
This is great.
Doing great.
What's your name, by the way?
Heinrich Schlemmer.
Heinrich Schlemmer?
Yeah.
Is that German?
How could you tell?
The
Yeah.
Schlemmer part?
We do our research.
It's extremely German, yeah.
Very extreme. Wait.
How German is it?
So German.
Thank you for being here. Thanks for. Do you still live in Germany? I guess. Or?
No, I live in Queens now.
Do you? Say?
So I kind of can't go back to Germany.
Oh, really?
What happened?
Let's get into it.
I don't want to get into it. There were just some things.
That's why we're here. You know. So you invented the bionic arm for the Bionic Commando? Is that?
I
correct?
did. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Calvin, would you like the bionic arm?
I think I would, because I'm not as tall as you, so I would need it to.
Most aren't.
Things. Yeah.
Well, that's originally what it was for, actually. I'd originally designed it so that people could reach things on higher shelves.
Yeah.
And
the government just turned it into a weapon?
Well, it didn't. It was like a little too powerful.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple people were injured.
Oh.
And so then the government ended up using it as a weapon, but that wasn't actually its original intent.
Was it heavy because the guy couldn't jump at all?
Yeah, he couldn't.
He couldn't jump. Was it just heavy, like the arm itself?
No, I think that guy just couldn't jump. Is what they told me.
He is a white man.
Yeah.
And so that's why the arm was perfect for him.
I gotcha. Okay. What did you invent it for yourself? What were some of the things you wanted to grab that were just out of reach? Was that the whole idea?
Books in German, because I'm from Germany.
Sure.
Jars full of soft pretzels.
Uh-huh.
Knockwursts in trees.
Yeah.
Do they get stuck in trees a lot?
Sometimes, if you're at a picnic or something and you're playing softball, it could happen.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
So were you an inventor? Was this like your first thing? Did you invent other things? Or?
No, I invented lots of other things.
Oh.
So I invented the bionic arm to reach things on high shelves, and because of a number of injuries and lawsuits, we had to
turn to
never really came out.
Yeah. Like vaginal mesh. I got it.
What's that?
Like vaginal mesh. Yeah.
Vaginal mesh?
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of lawsuits.
What is that?
So, like, after you have a baby, like they put the mesh in so that you can keep your inner bits intact. You never heard of vaginal mesh?
I have not.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, like when you have a baby and then your uterus is all like,
I had a baby. My wife had one.
You did.
I don't know why you know so much about this. Did you? Wait, they put mesh in there.
Yeah, it's a mesh to like help keep like the uterus inside and like so it can heal easily.
A lot's going on down there during a baby, so I mean,
I edit medical textbooks. I learned things.
That's right.
I will never experience those things, but I will learn it.
That's crazy.
What were the lawsuits?
Oh, because it was basically made out of like the equivalent of asbestos, basically. So it was poisoning people.
Jesus Christ.
Huh.
I definitely would prefer a bionic arm versus.
No, I
vaginal
don't feel
mash.
so bad about all the people that
Yeah.
died from my bionic
Oh, they
arm.
died?
Well, not. I mean,
Some did.
yes, a few people.
Oh, wow.
I shouldn't have said all the. There are only, I feel like 5 is not that many.
We can edit around that.
No,
don't
let's
worry.
keep it
All
in.
right,
But
thank
so
you.
how did they die? Like what happened? Were they?
It was just too powerful.
Yeah.
And one person, the arm. I mean, I don't need to go into the whole thing.
I feel
But,
like we should.
Yeah. People. Open
One
up
person, the arm smashed a jar, and then the glass shrapnel.
Oh.
And then another person that went through a wall and hit someone on the other side of the wall. And then another person,
to
they
find
aimed
how
it
do you do?
too high. It pulled them up to the ceiling. Then they let go. Then they fell. And then another person,
How is there ceiling?
they stayed where the arms stayed where it were, and they got fired backwards
Oh my
down
God.
through the floor.
Oh gosh.
That's like when Bugs Bunny put his finger in Yosemite Sam's gun.
And they were on a patio. So
Wow, that's a lot of
we put warnings on it after that. We were like, do not use
after.
if you're on a
yeah.
patio, aiming at a glass jar,
right.
have somebody living next door,
Yeah.
or are stupid.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, you gotta.
That rules out a lot of
but
people. Then.
still,
There's a lot of stupid.
aren't we
people.
all on a patio when you think about it?
Yeah.
Um.
Wow.
So there were a number of lawsuits. It was not my first invention.
Well, what else have you done?
Yeah.
So
Heinrich.
Heinrich Schlemmer.
Sure.
And I invented a thing that helps you open jars.
You're a big jar guy.
Like a can opener.
It's like a can opener, but it was more like a high-powered laser.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And it was a little too high-powered.
Yeah.
And we had to pull that from the market because people are stupid and didn't know how to use it.
Sure.
And instead of aiming it at the can, they would maybe aim it at their thumb. And I didn't know you could open a thumb, but it would open their thumb. Or stupid people, kids. They put it where the kids can get it.
Kids
and,
are very
and
dumb.
Yeah.
someone aims it at the wall, and it opens the wall or whatever.
Yeah.
And so
that didn't work.
so that was one of my other inventions.
Yeah. Did you just have a thing for jars? Just reaching
No,
them, opening. Okay.
No, I invented a rotisserie chicken cooker.
Oh,
Okay.
that sounds safe.
Yeah, it was a
Was it?
flamethrower, kind of. It was like a domestic flamethrower, not a flamethrower. Flamethrower is a bad word.
Right.
A object that threw flames for the home use
Right.
for chicken cooking.
Yeah. We have ovens, but you wanted it.
Well, this is different than an oven, though.
Right.
It's not a flamethrower, but it cooks chickens
very much faster.
with
I guess.
thrown flames, and so it cooks it quicker and more evenly
Mm.
if you spin the chicken.
Oh, so you have to manually spin the chicken.
Well, yeah, yes.
All right, so that's what the problem. So it's hard to aim a flamethrower, and I guess I'm doing the turning motion now.
Well, I
Yeah.
did have a
It's like-
chicken spinner too, but then that had some taken off the market for some reason.
Well, let's start at the beginning. Where did you get your schooling or your inventing urge?
I went to school at the prestigious engineering school in Germany, der Oberstapelberben Steinberg for
That's-
boys,
It's still going for boys. Okay.
and
No chicks allowed.
no,
Okay.
Oh.
no
Okay.
Fräuleins, and that's where I first learned my love for machen, which is
Oh,
German
okay.
for
Oh,
good enginering.
is it? Okay.
hmm
Gotcha. And did you graduate?
I did not graduate.
Alright,
There
now we're
was
getting- now we're getting somewhere.
a little accident.
What happened?
Is
Well,
this another one you can't talk about, or
Let's talk about it.
I can talk about it.
How long ago was this? How old of a man are you?
I am 300 years old, and I look fantastic. You don't
You
have
d-
to
I wouldn't-
tell.
Yes, you do.
I
don't
wouldn't have
have to
guessed
tell
that.
me.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
Another one of my inventions.
Oh!
It's called moisturizing lotion.
Yeah, we have that. Like,
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
had your own?
Yeah, mine's a little bit different.
It makes you
You
immortal.
load it into a cannon. And other than that, it's just like moisturizer, but it's
Okay.
shot from a cannon.
Oh.
And it's very dangerous. I will be the first to say that. I think most of my inventions are pretty safe if used correctly. There's no safe way to do this one.
It's like the
I think
extreme money
it's
shot.
Extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
So who
But
did
it's
you,
why I look so good because it shoots the moisturizer
everywhere.
with a force.
Okay.
No, the problem is most people just put it on the outside of their skin
Right.
because they're lazy
Okay.
and they're
Stupid.
cowards. But if you fire it in with ballistic force,
Yeah.
then it really gets in the pores, and that's why I look so good.
How did you test that then?
I tested it on my ex-wife who passed away on a boating accident.
You believe that?
That was very convincing, and I'm gonna pretend like that's true.
Did you invent that boat?
Nope.
Okay, good. So it's a normal boat.
If I had invented it, it would have been safer. We wouldn't have
I don't know
that
I'm
problem
starting
where
to think. I don't know.
fell overboard covered in moisturizing cream.
You brought the cannon on the boat?
No, it was the cannon was not involved,
Okay.
but they found traces of moisturizer on the body.
Did this
But-
prompt your move to Queens?
Yes, it did. Yeah.
Just had to flee.
And I just love it here. There's an energy.
Sure.
There's a lack of extradition laws.
Okay.
There's all sorts of great things about New York.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get lost in a crowd here and change your name and get facial reconstruction surgery. There's lots of great restaurants.
Yeah, that's right. All that stuff. Yes.
It's all part of the appeal
Okay.
of the Big Apple.
All right. It's starting. I'm starting to see the puzzle starting to come together.
You don't see anything.
I don't,
No.
but the 300-year-old thing is interesting.
I have to ask also, like, so it sounds like what is you're using as a power source for your objects? Because it seems like it's very, like, a lot of joules going on.
This is going to surprise you.
Everything
Lots
has
and lots of batteries.
just plain old.
Lots and lots of them. And
You would
here's
dirt-
the thing. People are like, oh, batteries, they don't have a lot of power. You're thinking of the round ones.
Mm.
You got to go with the square ones.
The 9 volts.
Mm-hmm.
You a Duracell guy, Energizer Bunny? What are you?
I like Huber Dubers, Steinsberg, Billsbills, Knockenstoops, which are I don't know if you could tell, but a German brand.
Right. Right.
And
Do you have those-
they are really good.
you have those imported from?
Yes.
Okay.
You have to because
I haven't seen those on the shelves here.
Yeah.
I get them off the dark web because they're discontinued because each one has a dying star inside it, and that's why they're so powerful.
Holy shit!
And they're really good.
So you can harness that power. You're saying
Yeah.
of a dying star.
Mm-hmm.
That seems like
Wow.
you'd be set forever with that.
I know, seriously. I mean, you think you could, like, run a power plant or something. That
Does-
sounds great.
Does
You would
Huber?
think so, but they're very dangerous.
Yeah, obviously. Does
Right.
Huber Duber, etc. Does it stand for like supernova in German?
No, it's actually the German word for battery.
Oh,
Huber Duber.
etc.
Yeah, no,
I love
Uber, Duber, Stuben,
Dub-
Fein, Sturg,
Right.
Bergstein, Felsmat.
Yeah, it seems like a lot for the package, but hey, whatever works.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you moved here. What else was there? I mean, I want to ask: were there more inventions that maybe didn't go? Have any inventions worked?
Well, they've all worked. I think just a little too well is the
Have they-
problem.
I
You
think
know what I
Bionic
mean? They
Commando's arm
worked
works.
too
That's
good.
true. Have any of them been mass marketed to the public at all?
We had this one. I made this one thing to help you put your shoes on. That was a little bit like a shoehorn,
Yeah.
but it was a little bit more like that machine in. I don't know if you've ever seen the American movie. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. Der Fly.
Oh, yeah.
Der Fly.
Yes, the fly. Yes, as
Yeah.
we call it here.
Oh, the Fly.
Yeah.
Okay, we call it Der Fly.
Okay.
And so it was a little bit like a shoehorn, but a
Yeah.
little bit like that. I'm not saying if it, I don't know if I'm saying it right. Machine.
That's right.
Mhm, Yes.
Der machine that
I have not seen The Fly. What happens?
Really? You've
What
never
happens
seen
in it?
Where there's the machine.
Well, I know what happens, but what machine?
Isn't it the machine that, like, kind of combines the DNAs?
it's not supposed to. It's a teleporter that's supposed to move you from one area to another.
Right.
Yes.
And my machine did the
But-
same thing. Instead of, so you know how like normal shoehorns suck. They're just stupid. It's just like a piece
I
of
mean, that kind of work. right?
whatever, and you put it behind your heel to put your foot in the shoe, and it's just like, there's got to be a better way. So
Yeah.
what my machine did was it transported your foot into the shoe.
Okay.
So there's no stick. It's simple. It's easy.
That-
It's a $2 billion machine
yeah.
that you
so-
put your foot in, and it transports it. There's actually two machines, and each one's so it's $4 billion.
Okay.
worth of-
One for each. One for each
and
foot.
well, so yeah, well, and one. So it's actually four machines, one for each foot and one for each shoe.
Oh, so each foot has its own machine.
Well, yeah. So
And Foot Locker didn't buy this.
they did.
Oh,
and
wow.
a couple people were injured.
Yeah.
Um,
That you got to read the directions for.
what's that?
You got to read the directions.
That's
for
what
that.
I said.
Left, right. I mean, that's
What I said. Well, so
Yeah.
yeah, a couple people had their feet transposed.
Oh, ooh.
So their left foot was on the right and the right foot was on the left.
Would
and
that
then
help? Would that be good? I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
It does not help
No.
at all.
Because balance-wise.
Be like a duck. Right?
You'd be worse. You'd be like a flamingo or something.
Okay.
We fucked.
Um.
Wow. So
that one didn't.
so then Foot Locker, did Foot Locker sue you then, or?
This was the German. Well, in Germany, we don't have Foot Locker.
What?
we have
What? What? Do you,
Foot Locker.
okay.
It's like your Foot Locker, but with umlauts.
Right.
Mhm.
Sure.
And so, yeah, they were upset.
I bet. Now, it teleported just your foot
Mm-hmm.
into the shoe.
Into the shoe.
What happens to the rest of your body?
Nothing. You're fine. It's 100% safe.
But where does like from the ankle up? Where is that part of your body?
I don't think I could explain it to you, and I don't want to sound rude, but because you're too dumb.
Okay. I'm not like your foot goes off your body and teleports into the shoe.
No offense, but you're too stupid to understand it.
I get that a lot.
So I don't mean this.
No, that's.
I don't want to sound mean,
No offense.
but your
taken.
brain is too small and stupid and dumb
Okay.
to understand.
Look,
But no, I don't mean that in a bad.
no, I get it.
Okay.
I have a bit of a belly sometimes. Man, I hate putting my shoes on. I get it.
Yes.
Right? We've all.
You get it.
Calvin
Thank
does it.
you. Finally, a guy who gets it.
Calvin is very thin. He doesn't have this problem. I don't think. Right? You
I
don't.
think that
You don't hold your breath when you put your shoes on, do you?
I don't, but
I-
I also don't think that
I have to sometimes.
a foot to shoe teleporter.
Depending on breakfast or dinner, I have to hold my breath sometimes.
But like, can't you just sit down
Oh, I'm sitting down.
and just still?
But so yeah, I think the teleport might have gone a little too far. It makes, I guess it. Hey, I would like to just put
Or it
my.
didn't go far enough, is what I sort of think.
What else were you trying to? I mean, $2 billion is a lot to ask people to spend.
Mm-hmm.
Also, how'd you get the raise R&D funding for that?
Yeah, where are you getting this money from?
I can't tell you.
Oh, He's very old. Maybe he's saved.
Yeah.
And you say you can't answer a lot of questions.
This is a podcast, sir.
And yet you keep asking.
Did you invest in something back in the 1800s and it just
I did.
okay?
Ginger snaps.
The cookie?
Yep, 300 years ago,
Hmm.
everybody was like, "This is crazy.
Yeah,
Ginger's disgusting.
it is on
The
its own.
Yeah.
snapping motion is too much. People don't want to be snapped by
It's
something
a little rude sometimes.
that they're
Yeah.
biting in." Well, I think a lot of people back then they're like, "I bite into it, and
Mm.
then it snaps me."
Okay.
Is what they were sort of the concern with it.
Oh,
So anyway,
Snaps is also like, hey, your mother's so fat, right?
that's more like a Dirty Dozens.
Same thing. It's,
Or I guess you're saying, oh,
it
snap.
could be snaps, right?
it was just not a very popular cookie, and I invested in it, and it's just it's buy low.
Mm.
And that's what I was doing at the time. And then since then, ginger snaps have become very popular. And so every time somebody
Yeah.
buys a ginger snap
Who knew?
somewhere, I get a little, I get a nickel,
Wow.
which is the deal. And so just everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like doesn't matter the brand. Even if you make ginger snaps at home, I get money from that.
Really? That's
Yeah.
amazing. We had Carmen Sandiego on a few weeks ago. And
Mhm.
she went back in time.
Yeah.
We told her, like, did you ever think of like betting on a sports game or something? Like, she should have invested in ginger snaps.
She should. Well, no, but she likes the art of thievery, though.
She loves it.
Yeah.
She's still broke. She kept all of her treasures.
Speaking of broke, so what's your house like since you're making all this ginger snap money? And I mean, I assume you must have.
Well, he has
weird-
holes everywhere.
My
I
house is a
guess.
mess.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a mess.
Yeah.
Because I'm always working on new inventions and
Yeah.
stuff, and sometimes they escape or gain sentience and try
Oh.
to escape, or gain sentience and find some of my other inventions that are locked away because they're too dangerous, but I can't
Well, that's-
destroy them because they're impossible to destroy, and then the inventions find those inventions, and then it's craziness, you know?
It's a real ex
So,
machina thing.
uh,
going on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I also invented the salt shaker. That's also where a lot of my money is.
The
come from.
regular
Regular?
salt
The
shaker
salt
or the
shaker.
electric one you push I have one you push the button and it does it itself. Like it grinds the salt.
Yeah, no,
What?
I didn't.
Well, we cook a lot at home, so it's great for cooking.
No, I mean, there's an electric salt shaker?
Oh, salt and pepper shaker.
Wow.
Both hands, baby.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
I invented
Did
one
you?
kind of like that. So
What?
I invented the normal salt shaker, which I still feel is the best.
In restaurants everywhere across the
Yeah.
world. That
Yeah.
one you just shake it a couple times.
Yeah, before that, people didn't know what to do. They would just there were just bags of salt,
At each table.
That's
and people didn't know how to. They're like, how do I get that from the bag onto my food?
I mean, you
and-
dump the whole thing. You have way too much salt.
Some people would dump it. Some people would take a bite of food and then take a bite of, stick their face in the bag like a deer or something. And so I was the only one that was like, hey, why don't we take the salt, glue it to a bayonet, and then stab people in the tongue with it very lightly.
You're so close on a lot of these.
Yeah.
That was the first. That was the first thing, and then eventually, after a lot of trial and error, we got to what you know as now
the official
salt shake.
Really? Well, that's yours.
That's mine.
Okay, well that's cool.
That's awesome.
So I make a lot of money from that.
I use your product daily almost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I get residuals
Oh,
every
Nice.
time you shake. Listen closely. You hear a little ting, and
that's what that is.
That's me.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a thing in the salt shaker.
yeah. You shake it. It goes like it sounds sort of like
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
but if you listen carefully, it's actually a little
It's a cha-ching, huh?
sound of ting of me getting
Oh my god.
getting a penny.
Well, I'm gonna
every
smile
time you
next
shake.
time I have some French
I
fries.
know. I'm
Yeah.
glad to know we're supporting you in your death trap business.
How about those salt
Yeah,
packets?
well, I'm not in the death trap business.
Yeah,
but
well.
funny joke, haha.
How about those salt packets?
No, that's not me.
No. Is that cutting into your profits a bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
Most of the fast food places. Does.
So stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to shake my salt out of a little bag because I'm dumb.
And you try to break it, and you have to like snap it in half.
Said
More
nobody ever.
more snapping. Yeah, right. No,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do.
You know what I mean? Said nobody ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We got you.
I'm not sure if that's how you say it here.
Yes.
Okay.
How
No,
do-
that's right.
What's the German phrase for?
Said nobody ever. Said no one. Like, really? How we say it.
That's good.
Yeah, or we're like cha. That's
So
how that's a
your accent's gone almost until you bring it back. Like you can do that.
Mhm.
Like you're very New Yorkish now.
yeah. I'm a real New Yorker. I
Yeah.
love going to the restaurants and wiping my
Shake.
fingerprints and having
Okay.
facial reconstruction surgery and going to Central Park. It's great. I love the energy.
Do you go to restaurants to just shake all the salt shakers? Just
I go there and I tell them, I'm like, that's me. You know, I'm the guy. And they go, what? And then put my face on the wall, you know, next
Oh,
to
that's
the guy
nice.
from Goodfellas.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
They always put me next to the guy from Goodfellas. They'd like, go get your fucking shine box guy. I'm
Every-
always next to him. I don't know why.
Every pizza place has got to have them, you
Mhm.
know, or else how are you a real pizza place?
True.
Mhm.
So have you had any contact with Bionic Commando since
Yeah,
creating his
great
arm?
question.
Yeah, we hang out sometimes.
Oh,
We play shuffleboard together, and he
Oh, he's
uses
probably
the arm.
pretty good at
You
that,
know?
That's cute.
Yeah, it's cute. Sometimes, and then sometimes people get hurt.
he still can't control it that
He
well.
still is not so good with it, and you.
Wow.
And
30
he's,
years. You
he's
think?
getting older,
Yeah.
also as part of it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
He still got it. Can he put
Doesn't-
a regular arm back
He hasn't. He hasn't figured out how to take it off.
with the Winter Soldier? Huh?
Oh damn.
That's a regular arm with fingers, right?
No, I think that's all metal too.
Yeah, right. But it's got fingers. It
Oh yeah,
looks
yeah,
like an
I
arm.
figure,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah,
like
it's
a
not like a
extendo
stretchy, Yeah.
No, it's
thing.
not as good as mine is. Is I think
No.
what you're saying, and you're right.
Do you get jealous of other like weird arms, like Mega Man's arm?
Mm.
I wouldn't say jealous. I would say Überschmuppen,
Which is
the German word for jealous.
okay.
Yeah,
call.
but I am sort of an arm connoisseur, if that's what you're asking me.
Oh.
Like
Big-
the Venus de Milo, I'm not interested. No
How about-
Oh yeah,
arms.
no arms.
You know,
How about Venus
I saw
Williams?
Oh yeah, she's got 2 arms, which
She's
is
got
great.
great arms.
I love.
Her and Serena.
I think she's got really
Yeah.
good arms. But yeah, I saw the Venus de Milo at the art museum, and I was like, why does everyone like this? You know,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is really great. Said no one ever is
Right.
what I said. I'm
but
not
there's
sure if you-
opportunity to give her 2 bionic arms then, right?
Yeah.
I tried, and
That's
I was dragged out.
Yeah, I bet.
They're like, stop helping.
Yeah.
You know, which I hear a lot.
Oh, okay. Are you working on anything now, Heinrich? Are you working on?
I'm working on a couple things. I'm working on a toenail clipper that you can
Jeez.
probably guess the general tenor and tone of.
Yeah. What does that look like? I mean,
Is that laser based or more
It's-
mechanical?
I
based?
try it's
Guillotine?
It's not laser based. It's a series of. It's kind of like imagine a car wash,
okay.
but it's all knives.
Mm.
So instead of like the soap things,
Yeah.
you
just
know.
Knives.
So I'm working on that
And you stick your feet in these things.
to trim your toenails.
Yeah.
Because trimming your toenails is a pain in the butt.
I gotta hold my breath.
Am I right? You don't have to hold
All
your
right, we
breath
gotta
with
really
this.
have a discussion about this.
I don't like things down there, on the floor.
But you could just kneel.
To cut your toenails? You know what I usually do? I put my foot on top of my bathroom sink. I hoist it
Wait, really?
and hold over the sink and just snip, snip, snip right there.
Oh, I just like kneel and then have paper and then.
Sometimes I do that.
Yeah.
You're thinner.
You can do
I like
way
how you're
more.
like, I don't get it. Ignoring the fact that Brian is 3 times your size. That's so weird. What do you mean you can't just...
That's like me saying, why can't you get a cab? You know, like,
Okay, there's a huge
I've never
difference between
experienced
getting a
that.
cab.
You've always been thin.
Racism doesn't stop you from kneeling or stretching. Your
Kaepernick?
arms are well. Touche. Good point.
My arms, what? Were you about to compliment me?
Well, yeah, because you have long arms.
I do.
Yeah,
Thank
so you
God.
can,
Or else
touch.
I'd probably pass out every time I put my shoes on.
Yeah, I mean, if you have T-Rex arms, that would be a problem. But
That would
like,
be weird.
You're killing it.
You know, people have like weird short arms.
Really?
You've seen people like arms that should be a little longer.
I guess. Yeah, I have noticed that before. Well, maybe that's why we need you.
Hey,
I was at Disney World recently, and I noticed a lot of people there had like kind of short arms, or lots of very subtle, weird body problems, like short arms.
was it like the characters?
No, the people.
The actual
A
people?
lot of people with like kind of arms that were a little too short, or ears that were too small. I don't know what the deal was.
Hmm.
Where were you? What part of Disney?
I was in the Freaks and Geeks. No, I don't. The normal. I don't know. I just kept seeing lots of people with short arms. I don't know what the deal
Interesting.
was.
What were you doing at Disney World?
I was just on vacation,
Okay.
just
yeah.
having fun.
Just hiding in a
I was working a little bit with their Imagineering department. They asked
Ah.
me to help out with some stuff. So
You still get people to ask you to do stuff?
yeah, you'd be shocked.
Yeah.
Nobody learns the lesson.
Right? That's great. I mean, hey, you got a great mind, obviously. Like we had Dr. Wiley on a long time ago.
Oh yeah, he's a good friend.
Okay, yeah.
nice.
Yeah, good friend.
Loves making robots.
Yeah.
They tend to go awry sometimes. You know, he makes a couple weird things.
Yeah, well, he always acts so innocent. He's like, "Oh no, my robot destroyed the world." And I'm
Right.
like, "You fuck, that's what you wanted.
Yeah.
You knew it was gonna do that.
Yeah.
Why'd you put the machine guns on there if you didn't?" But I honestly will put machine guns on a fork to help it chop salad, and then it honestly just because people use it wrong.
Mhm.
So
Machine
that's the
gun,
difference between me and Wiley.
machine gun on a fork or a fork on a machine gun?
Machine gun on a fork.
Okay, it's a little different.
No, yeah, it'd be crazy to put a fork on a machine gun.
I mean, not. I don't know.
I did try that too. It was sort of like the bayonet.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But the point of the bayonet is you got a knife on your gun for when the gun runs out of ammunition or
Mhm.
when you're doing close, trench fighting.
Right.
But the fork on a machine gun is different. That's for when you shoot somebody and then you need to take a bite of salad.
Oh, yeah.
There
And
you
if
go.
you have to put the gun down to pick up the fork, that's when they get you. But with
Okay.
this,
You're good to go.
you're good to go.
It's good for tossing the salad too. I would imagine.
No,
Maybe it's
Brian,
really
that's
fat.
different.
That's
Oh, come on! Don't be
no.
gross. Don't be
Yeah,
blue.
you're right. First thing you've
Don't
said
be
that I've
blue,
agreed
Calvin.
with. It's different.
Poor guy who invented tossing salad. Now it's forever. Was that you?
What?
Did you invent tossing salads?
No, I do have a
Okay.
solid salad tosser catapult type thing that I
Okay.
do.
What have you thought of scaling down a bit and maybe your inventions are again they work? I
Thank-
guess technically.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Quoted.
Yeah,
Quoting you.
they work.
His inventions work 100% of the time,
hold on.
says Brian McGinnis.
I didn't say the whole thing, but
Mr. McGinnis, can you please tell the court, did you say that his inventions work?
I mean technically yes. We have the audio.
Life in jail.
Wait for me?
Yes.
Oh shit! We may take down this episode. So maybe make it on a smaller scale. That's what I mean. Because I think you could do a lot of good and change the world
hmm
if you didn't make everything so probably violent.
So weaponizable.
Yeah. Like, look, I'm drinking a cup of water with just a glass of water.
Uh-huh.
And this is just a plastic spoon.
There you go. Calvin's got a plastic spoon. Nothing wrong. You can't go
Yeah,
wrong
no,
with that.
I'm not trying to judge or give
How do
you
you-
any,
So he's got a soup here. How do you eat your soup at home?
I have like this, it's kind of a luge. It's like a 5-story soup luge.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you put the soup, it's super simple, easy, user-friendly. You put it in the elevator, the soup elevator.
Right.
It goes up to the top of the luge, and then it comes down, and by the time it gets to the bottom, the soup is going about 55 miles an hour, so you do want to be careful, and then it just right into your mouth.
Is it cooled by then though?
It would be,
That's
but it's a heated slide. And so it's very hot.
So-
you
Oh.
have
It's coming
boiling
right at
60
you.
mile an hour soup.
Coming right at you. And the really nice part is if you get your body nice and straight,
Mhm.
Mhm.
it shoots right in your mouth and then straight out your asshole.
Oh wow.
So you don't, you know how it's like you got to eat soup and then your body has to digest it.
Most
and
things.
It's
yeah.
a big, boring process.
Well, you don't have to
gotta wait. And
You don't have to wait for it.
You got to sit there. You can't do
Well,
anything
yeah, you
else.
have to wait. You know,
Yeah.
I kind of understand what you're saying.
You
And
know what I
there's
mean?
fewer calories too, because it just shoots right through you. So
No,
Mhm.
when you eat, you don't have to wait to poo before you do another task.
What do you do?
Anything.
how do you do?
Literally anything.
You walk around.
Go shopping, do
While
an
you're-
errand,
Disgusting.
play a video game, Stadia.
It's very unsanitary.
No, so it goes.
But with the soup luge, it goes right in your mouth and straight out your ass.
Yeah.
In a boom. Like
Again.
that. And you get all the nutrients, none of the calories,
Mhm. I guess
and it's great.
I'm with you on this.
Okay, but even that, the one thing.
Oh,
you
you're gonna find a problem with it?
No, it's not. Don't make it a heated slide.
Why?
Even that might make it so.
Well, it doesn't have to be a heated slide.
Okay.
If you're drinking, if it's gazpacho,
Okay.
you turn the heating
Oh,
elements
good.
off.
Okay.
Okay. Although still flying at 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
angle it a little lower.
Well, it has
so-
to.
Why?
What?
Why does it have to go that fast?
Why does it have to go that fast?
to go out your butt?
I don't want to sound rude, and I don't mean this in a mean way, but you're so dumb
I'm sorry.
that I couldn't explain
Right,
it.
I'm
In
so-
a, I can try
I'm-
to
it's
explain it. No, I'll try to do it in a way
Okay.
you would understand. Da, ba, da, bi, da. Is any of this coming through?
I get it. All right.
Da,
I
ba,
get it.
da, soup,
I get it.
da. Do you get it? Is
I got it.
that
I get
clear?
it.
Okay, great.
So
Man.
we're almost on, but can we ask,
can we-
do
I
you have
wanna-
a website, or like where can we find your inventions or your research?
Dark web.
Or just all dark web.
Dark
Yeah.
web.
That makes sense.
Just get on there.
Darkweb.com? Is that
and
it?
you'll-
The
yeah,
site?
yeah. Darkweb.gov/Canada.
Okay. Yeah. Not Germany. You wanted to really escape that life.
Yeah.
All right.
If you find my invention somewhere, here's what you do: stop, turn around, and go in the other direction.
Or
That's
at least
my
read the
advice.
directions. At least read the instructions. right?
It'd be nice if somebody did that for once. Look at what happens when people read the directions. Look at the Bionic Commando.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He used it not the way you're supposed to, but he didn't have any problems. It was deadly to everyone around him, but he was fine, and that's the key.
I just realized you helped kill Hitler.
Yes.
That doesn't get enough, you don't get enough praise for that.
You're welcome.
I know, right?
no, I
Seriously,
know.
like-
You're welcome, everybody.
Like, spoiler, sorry everybody who didn't play the 1987 Bionic Commando.
Yeah, if you
but-
don't play Bionic, if you haven't beaten it yet, which I don't know what you're doing, but
yeah.
this
He,
Hitler is at the end.
what was his name? Joe? What was it?
Super Joe,
Super Joe.
which is the dumbest name.
Pretty dumb name. He
How
jumped off a building and shot Hitler's helicopter right in the cockpit and blew his face up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Well, that actually wasn't Super Joe. That was Lad. That was the Bionic Commando. The Bionic Commando is not Super Joe. Super Joe is a different character, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Bionic Commando's name was Lad. Spencer Lad? Something like that.
Oh yeah,
I
it was
forget.
Spencer. Yeah,
Oh,
something
yeah,
Spencer.
you're right.
Super Joe never really comes into it. He talks to Spencer during the game, but
Mm,
he's not a playable character.
no.
Hey,
Ding,
title
ding,
drop.
ding.
Hey, title drop.
Heinrich, do you want to play a quick game with us before we go?
Yeah, if I'd love to.
Let's. Oh, it just came out.
It
Let's-
just pops out sometimes.
Let's play a game of Wed, Bed, Dead, everybody. Hey, so we're going to give you 3 video game characters. You're going to tell us who you want to wed,
It's okay.
who you want to bed,
Yeah.
and who you want dead.
This sounds good.
Sound good? So,
Mm.
this is all randomly generated. Beep, bop, boop, boop. So this first one, she's in the new Super Smash Bros.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's her first time in this game. She's from Kid Icarus, Palutena.
Oh.
Palutena. She's
I actually don't know much or anything about her really.
I never heard of her.
she helps Kid Icarus, aka Pit. She's a nice angel.
She's in a flowy white dress and has long green hair.
I like the long green hair.
Do you?
I'm kind of digging that. Yeah. Yeah, so she's actually very good.
Yes.
She's got magical power. She can fly. She helps Pit fly.
Mm-hmm.
I think she like transforms, or she can transform anything
Oh.
into something else. So that's pretty cool to keep in mind.
Mm.
That's pretty awesome. So Palutena is the first one from Super Smash Bros. Or Kid Icarus.
So I'm supposed to decide if I want to marry her, have sex with her,
Or kill her.
Kill her. Yeah.
Or use one of your inventions on her.
Yeah,
Oh, there
I'll
you
just
go.
hand her one of my
you go.
inventions.
This next one from the Tekken series, Kazuya Mishima.
Oh.
Are you familiar with him, Calvin? I think he's one of the main guys
I
at
am.
Tekken.
He is a boss.
He looks like he's going to prom.
Right?
The
He-
purple shirt and the gray vest.
Yeah, man.
He is a Japanese businessman who has devil genes, so he can turn into a devil.
Wait, devil as in like pants?
What?
Devil brand jeans.
Devil jeans?
No,
Fashion.
not devil jeans. Like
Button fly devils?
jeans, like GENES.
Gotcha. Okay.
So he can turn into a purple skinned devil
Huh.
if you're into that sort of thing.
Uh,
You can fly, shoot lasers.
Oh,
okay.
is
And
he
lasers.
Hey,
Oh, I do like lasers.
he's got
out
him built in like all the time.
Yeah.
That's not. Is he a bad guy?
He is very evil.
He's very evil. I
Yeah.
thought so.
Uh-oh.
He looks it. So keep that in mind too. There.
Oh, jeez.
So Palutena, Kazuya Mishima, and this one was on our list, and I can't believe it came up finally the first time. It's I don't even know how to say it here. Michael Jackson as the Moonwalker from the Genesis game.
Oh,
yeah,
I remember when that game came out.
remember that, right? So
It's
he's
huge.
got the suit, the hat, the tie, the glitter, whatever he throws at you. You know?
Yeah.
The
Huh.
pizzazz.
The pizzazz. There we go. So
Okay.
wow, Michael Jackson as a Moonwalker. So
Oof. That did
Heinrich,
not age well.
Yeah. You can go first. So we got
Yes.
Palutena, Kazuya Mishima, or Michael Jackson. Wed, bed, dead. What are your choices here?
Well, I guess I would marry Michael Jackson because
Really?
well, I
Wow.
feel like we have a lot in common. We're both misunderstood geniuses
Well, all right. Maybe. Hey.
who have probably killed a lot of people, but you can't prove it.
That's kind of inarguable.
Killed their childhood. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't argue that Michael Jackson is not a misunderstood genius.
Sure. Wow.
Or that he probably killed people.
Yeah, that he probably killed a couple of people.
Interesting.
And
And plus, he's rich.
and he's rich.
So you gotta.
Yeah, he's got a great house. He's got that playground,
He's got a fucking playground.
theme park thing.
Monkeys.
A lot of flashy outfits.
Yeah.
Try on, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then I guess I would.
Oh, he's got the glove too.
Oh,
Right, you may kinda
that's
dig
right.
that.
Yeah, he likes
He's
gloves. I like
silvery, shiny gloves. He's got silvery, shiny
mechanical
arms. Right?
That's true. I
There's
guess we do
something
have
there.
a lot
Oh,
in common.
yeah.
There's something there.
I
Not too much in common.
I could
hope.
put that glove on a robot arm.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Dancing robots.
Oh man,
Be great.
that'd be great.
Was that one of the villains? in
Dancing
that game?
robot? Probably.
I feel
The
like
game
it
is
was.
insane.
A dancing robot?
In that game.
I don't think a dancing one.
Okay. Can't remember.
Hmm.
Just curious.
Got Palutena and Kazuya Mishima.
Palutena. I guess I'd bed her.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was very attractive.
She's magic.
Yeah. I hope she doesn't mind my waterbed. It's not a normal waterbed. It's a
Oh, here we go.
well, normal waterbeds are kind of. I don't mean this to sound insulting or dismissive, but stupid.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so mine is a waterfall bed,
Oh, okay.
Oh.
and so you are constantly falling.
I think
It's kind of an endless. It's one of those like infinity pools,
literally.
but
Yeah.
it's a waterfall.
I thought you said it's like
So-
sharks in your waterbed or something.
No,
But-
that would be stupid.
How do you sleep if you're falling?
It's
all the-
great. You're weightless. If you're constly falling,
Oh, it's like Joe Rogan
you're weightless.
in his pod. That he,
Oh,
sleeps.
does he sleep in a?
He sleeps in like a deprivation tank or something. Yeah.
Good lord.
Yeah.
That's great.
I would love to try that. Just float and just have all your thoughts go away for a
I'd
minute.
be too scared, but also because like I turn on my side a lot, so I didn't want to
Me
like
too.
drown.
I don't think you can drown. Can you drown in those?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would think so. It's a pod full of water.
Yeah.
Well, it's like kind of it's like the Dead Sea where you kind of float above. Like I think. Like that.
Yeah.
It's hard to sink,
Mm.
even for a fatso like me. I know you're. I know you were thinking it.
Yeah, you would
Skinny
you would
little
lay on
bitch.
top of the water like one of those water striders.
Calvin can walk on water now. Oh boy.
Ah, God.
So, but yeah, some people don't like the waterfall bed because they're like, and this is a quote. They'll say like, constantly falling makes me anxious.
Yes, I can
What?
see that.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, but
So-
Palutena can fly, so she might be cool. She
Oh,
might
that's
be
a
cool
good
with
point.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she probably won't mind.
Yeah, she'd be cool with it.
And then I guess I'd kill the other guy
Oh.
since
Kazuya?
he's an evil devil.
Yeah.
Though he seems like he might be hard to kill.
He's pretty hard.
In this game, no matter what
Um,
happens, you will end up killing him. Even if he really hurts you, you will end up being the winner. So
Yeah.
somehow you'll kill him.
Oh.
Maybe one of your machines. Maybe your toaster oven will chop his
Yeah,
head off.
Or
I'll hand him my
Work machine
chainsaw
gun.
salt chopper.
Right. Yeah. Interesting.
Oh,
Good choices. Great reasons.
Right.
Thank
What about
you.
you?
Oh boy. I don't know, man. I mean, I think I'm going to have to. really want to. It's a tough one. I'm going to wed Kazuya Mishima.
Oh, really?
I'll wed him.
Hmm.
I need some new pants, and he's got those devil jeans. You said so. Having so he's got kind of magic to it. And the Palutena thing I'm gonna get to in a second, but he can teach me to fight.
Yes.
He can protect me.
Well, for now.
No one's gonna. What happens to him?
Well, I mean, he's gonna be evil.
Well, right now he is evil. I get that, and it sucks. I'll try to.
The classic person making excuses for their abusive.
Look,
He's evil. I get that.
I know, but
and I get that.
he makes a lot of money. He's got great hair. So I think I'll try to tame him down a little bit. You know what I mean? Just
You yell at me about changing people.
You'll
Not
change
like
him.
not a lot, just a little bit. Just be like, dude, don't kill that guy. Just leave him alone. He's learned his lesson, hun. That's what I'll say. You know, he's learned his lesson. Leave him alone. And tons of money because like these evil bosses in Japan always have
Yeah.
tons of money.
Oh no, he is rich.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Hey.
Definitely bed Palutena. That seems fun. Digging the green hair, and she can transform into anything.
What would you ever transform into?
Shakira, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, you mean a human person? I thought you meant like a fly or an owl.
No. No, I mean she looks great herself, obviously. But hey, if you
I
had
bet that's a sore point for her. You're like, hey, can you transform in
Right?
She's
Yeah,
like,
right.
oh, you think I
hey,
don't look good?
You're a beautiful magical angel,
you
but I
do.
really want 1989 Cindy Crawford for a second. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm sure they'll help her self-esteem.
yeah,
Sure.
well, she's an angel. She might be cool. She's fine. She gets it. And half the dead, your boy MJ.
Oh,
Just- I mean, look, great music. We get it. He survived. He's not canceled. He's still not canceled.
He's not?
No, people still play his music all the
it's-
I
time.
love that.
They still play it, but he's still partially canceled.
Partially, not fully.
Yeah. No.
People who did way less worse stuff are done.
Yeah.
I love that we cancel people based on two things. How bad was the thing, and how much do we like you?
Yes. It really
It's
is
very
true.
true. Yeah. Like, oh, this guy sucks. Canceled. Yeah.
We'll cancel Quentin Tarantino immediately. You're like, too many foot shots.
That's
canceled.
That's why R. Kelly's
Didn't like you in the first place, so
That's why R. Kelly's done, man. People just didn't like him as a person. So like,
No, that's not true.
you peed on one too many people, Robert.
but he
no,
was
people
still
no. People loved R. Kelly for a while because
Yeah, he
remember
was still
when
in the
he
game
was
for a
I know they
while.
did.
flat out caught.
Now they turn him fast.
Well, because there were
MJ's immortal.
well, MJ's more complicated, I think.
It's true because isn't it like less conclusive? Isn't it still
Yeah, because
not
with the problem with the
conclusive?
MJ evidence is that it's not as conclusive. Whereas with R. Kelly, there's multiple videotapes
Tons.
of him peeing
Gross.
on and abusing women.
One of his music videos is just him peeing on someone.
Yeah.
Basically.
If by music video you mean Pornhub search, yeah. No, and R. Kelly like it was very clear.
Yeah. What are your choices?
But also R. Kelly hasn't been in a video game. If he was in a video game, we'd have a different.
Was he in Def Jam? Fight for New York?
Oh God, no. That was like 50 Cent, right?
Yeah. Wu-Tang and people like that. Wu-Tang had a thing.
Oh, no,
I'm
Wu-Tang,
sorry.
yeah.
It was all Def Jam. Yeah.
But 50
LL.
Cent was in it, right?
Cannabis was in it. Fiddy might have been in that one. Yeah, it was all Def Jam. So.
50 surprisingly not canceled. Should
No.
be.
Hey, sorry.
His mom was a lesbian, so that's probably why. Anyway, this is really hard because I
You want to get in them devil jeans.
no, it's more. I'm just trying to figure out what to do with Michael Jackson.
Aren't we all?
Like, okay, so I Moonwalker Michael Jackson, like that's what 80
Yeah.
or like early 90s.
I think it was, it's Genesis, so late 80s.
Okay, I feel like I could
Or
work
early.
with that.
Oh yeah, maybe this is before he did anything.
That's what I'm trying to figure out because if
Mm.
it's
Yeah.
pre allegations,
It's post Home Alone. Not post Malone, but post Home Alone.
I hate you so much.
Me too.
We'll get back to Michael. So
All
I
right.
know I definitely kill Kazuya.
Wow.
Yeah,
I thought you want to fuck that.
Yeah, he's a devil, dude.
evil devil. I don't care about no. My love don't cost a thing, as J-Lo once said. So no,
All
dead.
right.
Okay, I really had to figure out this Michael Jackson thing because if
Kazuya didn't fuck kids.
we don't know that,
We kind of do. It never.
I mean,
no one's ever talked about it. That hasn't been a Tekken storyline. Michael Jackson definitely did.
I mean, I definitely feel like he was in a pro with kids. That's fair. That's a given. But I just need to figure out the time. You know what? Damn.
5 seconds on the clock.
Okay, well,
Game show.
I guess then, given the circumstances, I would wed Palutena.
Okay.
I think she'd be nice, and we could have flying. We could fly around. I'm late all the time.
Yeah.
Except for today, which I was shocked by. So
Yeah.
we could do that. I guess I would just bed Michael Jackson.
Oh my God.
I know this is going to be real weird.
You know, that's going to be interesting. He's going to
Would
be like, "You're so tall. You're really big. Do you want a lollipop before we start, or?"
Calvin loves candy. It might work. Oh my God.
He's going to be so disgusted. He's like, "Duh, you're covered in hair. Duh. The grossest thing I've ever done. It's like fucking a monkey."
Oh God. Oh God. I think with
I mean,
that,
enough said.
Yeah.
I think on that note, we're done. Thank you
Heinrich, thank you
Thank you.
so much for coming on
Thank
today.
you for having me.
Good luck on the rest of your inventions.
Yes,
we hope
thank you very much.
we hope it works out. And,
Yeah, me too. It'd be nice.
yeah. So one
need
day,
a
you know what?
break.
If I see your logo, I'll buy it, whatever it is.
Yeah.
The next thing I see in
Awesome.
Bed Bath and Beyond or something.
Cool.
I'll read the instructions. My wife doesn't read the instructions. She just tries to go full on do something. Like, read the directions first. You're
Yeah.
going to break it.
Before
I don't
someone
think
gets
Sam
hurt.
should get any of his products. though.
No, I'll tell her not. I'll just keep it.
Yeah.
They're all at the Sharper Image. Basically, everything at the Sharper Image is one of mine.
Awesome. Thank you, Heinrich. Everybody else, thanks for listening to
And
Playboy Captains
we'll
Podcast.
Talk to you next week.
Bye.
Today's playable character is portrayed by writer and comedian Doogie Horner. Please check out his book, This Might Hurt a Bit, which is available on Amazon, or you can also purchase his comedy album, A Delicate Man. Also, stick around to listen to a trailer from the wonderful podcast World Stealers, produced by More Banana Productions.
Buffy and Frodo were in the Hogwarts library late into the night, prepping for the final trek into Mordor.
Liz, I have to stop you.
Why?
Because this already sounds like the greatest story of all time.
World Stealers!
More Banana Podcasts presents World Stealers, a fan fiction podcast. I'm Kate.
And I'm Liz.
And every episode will take you on a new adventure through a familiar fandom with a hot off the press original fanfic.
World Stealers has everything. Wizards, sea creatures,
Ooh.
adventure and daring, terrible accents.
So, if you're a bit of a geek or you just love great stories, World Stealers is for you.
Find us at the gates of Mordor or wherever you listen to podcasts.